Start with our top story tonight. Nearly 10 years after being convicted for his role in stealing over $1 million from the county, former Eau Claire County Treasurer Larry Lokken is set to be released from prison in just 2 months. Toby Moore has been digging into what he still owes and why he'll be back in court next month.
In 2015, former Eau Claire County Treasurer Larry Lokken and his assistant Kay Onerheim were sentenced for stealing over $1.3 million from the county and ordered to pay nearly $700,000 in restitution. Now, Lokken is less than 2 months from being released from prison, and a large chunk of restitution remains unpaid. Lokken's 9.5-year prison sentence ends in June, when he'll be released to community supervision under the Department of Corrections. Onerheim was released in 2023. The two were ordered to pay a joint restitution in the amount of $681,000. According to the DOC, Onerheim has paid over $145,000 so far. Lokken has paid $61,000. Together, that's 30% of the amount owed. Harry Hertel is Onerheim's attorney.
She voluntarily agreed to transfer 50% of every retirement payment that she would receive to the county to reimburse it for her share of restitution. My understanding is that's not the case with Mr. Lokken.
Another new development, Lokken, who is now acting as his own attorney, is requesting the return of his belongings that were seized during the investigation. Lokken made a similar request in 2022 and was denied. He is also requesting to leave the state of Wisconsin when released. In a letter to the court obtained by 18 News, Lokken says his life was in Florida before he was arrested, and he and his wife have bought a home there. A hearing for both of those requests is scheduled in May. With nearly $500,000 still to pay in restitution, Hertel says Lokken's request to leave the state is unlikely to be granted while Lokken remains under DOC supervision.
As long as he's on supervision, they may control what he might be able to do, where he might be able to live, things of that nature. But when he's no longer on supervision, and he's a totally free man, he can go and do as he wishes, and the only thing would be if there's a judgment taken against him as a result of the failure to pay the restitution.
Once Lokken is released from prison, he will remain under supervision until 2036. Onerheim is under supervision until 2032. If restitution is not paid by that time, the court could order a civil judgment for the remaining amount.
Thank you for that report, Toby. Lokken will be 78 years old when he is released from prison. He would be 89 when released from supervision.